Hello, I am back today with a brand that has just recently come onto the market. This is Marianne Nails. Here is how the plates come. Let me see if I can get it all in there for you. How adorable is that envelope? And then this slides out. And then you've got your plate there with your gorgeous protective blue film, and then you just peel it up off the backing. So I have 3 plates that I'm going to show you from Marianne Nails today. And so the first thing I'm going to do is go ahead and pause on this and give you a minute to take a look at the whole thing. And this is plate 124. And then this one here is plate 126. All kinds of geometrics. The first one was a Native American feel. And then this is plate 133, and let's do it like this. All kinds of musical notes. So if you're in the mood for anything musical, this one is going to grab you. So 126 has some uniformly sized full nail images. So the size here is a little just over 3/4 of an inch wide, 2/16 of an inch short of an inch tall, and that is 2 centimeters wide and just under 2.5 centimeters tall. So now let's take a closer look at these. So this one has this gorgeous Native American theme to it, and so I love, you've got some beautiful dream catchers and arrow with your feathers, lots of beautiful feathers, some of these gorgeous patterns, and this totem pole here, which I love because it's in essence like a full nail image here and a full nail image here. So you can even do offsetting angles with these designs on your 2 hands or on different fingers and capture this beautiful pattern in here. Or you can play around like with the edges. So every time there's a strange free edge that's not just a normal full nail image, I encourage you to play with the edges and see what you could do, like a sort of a Native American or Southwestern themed French tip. How beautiful would that be? Especially, I could see this completely in some of the pastel palettes that are coming out right now. Like you could see this in a sort of a smoked light green over white or something like that. That could be really cool. Again, play around with the different full nail images that you can get out of this. You can go, let's see, for my nail size, it's going to be a tight fit to go this way, but I could easily go this way and have like that on one nail, and on next to it have this side, so they're mirror images of each other. That would be very cool. Flip this, or even just that is really cool to have that end with the triangles like that. You know, a free edge on a French tip, that would be really, really cool. And then we've got this beautiful Native American woman with headdress. I don't know how realistic, you know, these images are in terms of actual, you know, tribal headgear, but they're a beautiful representation, and I think they're respectfully done. And I love this with the combination of these dream catchers and this gorgeous imagery here. And I love this gorgeous headdress. So you could definitely get him, his face, if you wanted to get that strong face. You can play around with these feathers. I think that sort of looks like a wing, so you can get a few different things from that, because that one's kind of big to just get as is on your nail unless you shrink it down, which of course you can. Full nail image here, a slightly smaller headdress with a little bit of a different feather feel to it. So lots of mix and match fun. That, oh, and the lizard, which is my favorite. I almost forgot the lizard. I love this little lizard guy. He's so cute. I would probably favor, like if I was going for the dream catchers and things, I would probably favor more sort of earth tones with this. But you do see a lot of Southwestern patterns that are in more sort of pastels or brights, so you could definitely play around with that. This is almost like an, I never know how to say it correctly, but an ECAT design. You could definitely get that sort of a look, but a lot more easily than doing it by hand, if doing it by hand is not your thing. All right, let's take a look at 126. So this one is more geometric, and there are 2 things about this plate that I think set it off from others that I've seen with a similar theme. First, I really like that she gives you this bigger image in the middle that sort of combines these different parts, because I think you can play around and get different kinds of looks. So that's really cool right there. Or you could get more of almost a chevron feel from that part of it. You could go right there and get the 2 different sets of the arcs going in different directions, or you can just stick with the arc going in one direction You can do sort of mirror images this way on different nails. You could do a series like 1, 2, so you get this continuous look going over your nails. So the fact that she's done this gives you a lot of different design flexibility to play around with the way the angles complement one another or go together. So I like that she made that choice. Then like this crazy bending of these, I haven't seen an image like this one. I haven't seen an image quite like this one, and I think this would be a really cool twist on a shamrock for St. Patrick's Day. So if you don't want to go for the straight traditional St. Patrick shamrock kind of route, but do this in like shades of green or green and white or green and gold, I think that would be cool. I also don't think that I personally have a checkerboard that also combines this dimensional design in there like that, so I like that one too. And I like that these waves have other waves going, you know, in this way, so you've got this kind of double dimensional thing going there with that. One of the things that I love to do is I like to do a gradient and then stamp these over in black or white. That's one of my tricks. You could also do put stripes of your polish, scrape, and then you'd have this gradient stamping, or even like stripes of your polish diagonally, and then scrape in the direction of your stripes, and then you could have a cool gradient going that way. So if you want to even play around more with the eye bending possibilities, I think that's that gradient stamping technique is a great opportunity to play around with that. You could also try just doing like little dots of polish, a different color polish, and then scraping and see what kind of pattern you get. And that could also be it could go very wrong or it could go very right depending on the colors you choose. But it would be fun to play around with. So this is 133, and the theme on this one again is very much music, rock and roll, don't stop the music. You've got keyboards, you've got all kinds of musical notes, these bars of music. So you can get like a really jazzy sort of feel. You could just have that on one nail. This little guy right here, and it has a very kicky feel. This has a more traditional feel. I love this with the dandelion and the notes coming off in the breeze instead of the little dandelion fronds. I love this gorgeous woman's face and her hair done up in the musical notes. I think that is really pretty, and I've never seen anything like that before. Love this little rock icon, and I could definitely see like that one going with that. So you can play around and mix and match. I love this sort of the cloud of the musical bars and notes coming out, and this is more of a burst out of your treble clef. And then we've got some full nail images down here, and I love the ribbony patterns of this. So you could have this across your background, you could have this on an accent nail, you could have this across your background in a very like a tone-on-tone sort of color, and then do something like this, or just a single one of these in a contrasting color. Like let's say that you had pink nails, and you stamped this in white over all your nails, and then on one stamped this in black. And just to have that pop, you could really play around with that and have some coolness. And then I love anything that has different words. I'm a word kind of person, so I think this is also a nice way to mix and match. Have some of this, have some of that. Have this maybe over all your nails, and then this on one nail, or this on one nail. Here's a shot with a ruler here to give you a feel for the sizes on plate 133. Here's a shot to give you a feel for the sizes on plate 124. I also want to say, you may have noticed I've been playing a little bit around with the formatting of the videos, so definitely give me your feedback. Do you like having me pause and give you a second to look at the plates, or would you rather just pause yourself and have me get on with it? Let me know what works for you so I can keep doing it. Okay, let's test out how these stamp. For my stamping test, I am going to use Sally Hansen Insta-Dry in Navy Fleet, and I am going to use my clear stamper to give them a run for their money. Excellent image, excellent transfer, excellent image, gorgeous transfer. Wow, picked up those lines really beautifully. And wow, just beautiful. I didn't clean my stamp before. I'm a bad stamper. But look at how beautiful that feather is. Man, that's just top notch. All right, let's try 126. Beautiful, just beautiful. And perfect transfer. Gorgeous. Perfect. I love that effect. It's like those 1930s pin curl wave style. Beautiful. Okay, let's try 133. Oh, so pretty. Wow, I'm obsessed with that. That is gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous. Perfect. And I did it in an angle, but you can see that the images transferred beautifully. So this is my first time trying out Marianne Nails. The images stamp like effortlessly and beautifully, and they transfer well. I love that she's got some cool design elements that I haven't seen before, even on, you know, things like geometric plates, which like every maker has a geometric plate, but she's added her own spin to it and made it a little bit different. I will link everything down below, and thanks for watching.